ago, when I was his age, 16, I wrote a song called "You Left Your Footprints on My Stomach When You Walked on My Heart." For some reason, he wants me to sing that. And just while final setup is happening, I'm going to give you the shortest I can blab about the history of that song. You'll hear the lyrics with any luck. So I wrote it, I don't know why, but several years later, late 60s, I was asked to sing a couple songs to open up for American famous folk singer Michael Cooney, who was doing a gig in my home state of Michigan. All right, I sang this song, and Michael loved it so much he forced me to teach it to him. Oh, Chris, my arms. Okay, so and then I came back from Japan in 1971 after 2 years, because I'm really a Japan music specialist. That's why bluegrass is fun. And Michael said, "Can you come and join me at the Philadelphia Folk Festival? Because I have a 1 hour set and I'd really like to do your song with you." Okay, so I went there, and a guy named Dave Bromberg, you may have heard of. David Bromberg also was doing a gig there, and he had already accompanied Bob Dylan a lot and did a single with George Harrison and the Beatles. And so Bromberg played the dobro with us on stage with 3,000 people watching, almost as many as there were here. And then, a week later, back to Yale University, first time to the Yale Folk Club, and the gal running it says, "You won't believe the song I heard at the Philadelphia Folk Festival." And she whipped out her cassette machine and played my song. And I didn't, and she had no idea who I was. Michael introduced me to the audience, but I'm not famous. And so I surprised her by saying, "Well, I'm the guy." Okay, that only one other story. 2 years later, 1973, Gene Redpath, famous Scottish folk singer who sadly passed a few years ago, had been brought over to teach for a year at Wesleyan University, just north of Yale. And every Thursday night, she'd have a little gathering at her flat to sing Scottish folk songs. And I went up there and joined. And then she went off and recorded an LP somewhere nearby. And when she came back the next week, she had the lyrics to 2 of my songs, because the people running that company had heard me sing them and forced me to give them the lyrics. Footprints, and the other song was called "The River of My Tears Washed Out the Bridge of My Nose." You won't hear that song, you're lucky. Anyway, there could be many more stories, like when American Telephone and Telegraph stole some of my lyrics and used them in a TV ad and all that. Oh, Gene Redpath sang my song in Carnegie Hall in New York. Also, here's a song by my friend David Hughes, and a friend sent me a letter saying, "I couldn't believe it was you, but when I heard the song, I knew it was." What do I know? Blab, blab, blab. Now I think I'll shut up, because we're all trying to see something. Yeah. Okay, this is in the key of E. We have practiced a few times and have no idea how this goes, because it's not a famous song. What am I playing? Oh yeah, Footprints. Yeah. Well, I still recall the first time that I met you. Knew that I would want you for my bride. You served me up the nicest mess of hog jobs, with black-eyed peas and chitlins on the side. Well, I never knew a woman who could cook the way you do. When I came close to 40 pounds, and it's all because of you. But I nearly lost my dinner when you said we had to part. You left your footprints on my stomach when you walked out of my heart. I used to be a 92-pound weakling, afraid to walk along the beach alone. Since she started doing all my cooking, when I go swimming I sink just like a stone. Yeah. Well, I never knew a woman who could cook the way you do. When I gained close to 40 pounds, and it's all because of you. But I nearly lost my dinner when you said we had to part. You left your footprints on my stomach when you walked out of my heart. Take it, boy. much for loving, the physical stuff, you know. Loving gets you to plumb tucker down. I find my interest centers round the oven, and the girl who knows what cooking is all about. Oh, it's true, folks, but I never knew a woman who could cook the way you do. I'm running low for 40 pounds, and it's all because of you. Well, I nearly lost my dinner when you said we had a pause. You left your footprints on my stomach when you walked out. You can sing the chorus with us now. You left your footprints on my stomach when you walked out. One more time. You left your footprints on my stomach when you walked out of my arms. I don't know why I asked for you to do You don't want to hear what we're going to do. That was very kind of you. So thank you, audience.
Thank you, David. Thank you. I can't remember if I mentioned at the beginning, but that's the man who got me into all this bluegrass at the very beginning. Near 4 years ago, he was sitting playing some floor hammer banjo, not bluegrass stuff. He played the cuckoo bird. And I thought, now that's the stuff. And I went home and looked up bluegrass, saw Earl Scruggs in that famous video playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown. And I guess that was it from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Awesome. Right. Next, we have Hugh and Lee, who are going to come up and sing and play guitar for us. Let me know how you want the mics. Do you want one on the guitar as well?
No.
Just the main.
No way near the guitar.
Right. Let's start right now. Hugh and Lee, take it away.
Please bear with us, we're not up to the rest of the quality here.
Lee?
Put it up higher. No, they used to hold him.
Without you, it's turned out to be so inconvenient. And wishing I was with you just seems to use up all my time. You've been gone so long, it's hard to recall just how the dream went. And all but this broken heart in me, I guess is doing fine. Is it still over? Are we still through? Since my phone still ain't ringing, I assume it still ain't you. I've half a mind to take the time to find somebody new, but I'm not too sure that I'm still over you. That lie that I tried to slip by you was told with good intention. It was just another way to say I love you and protect you from the truth. And half a pound of fury surely worth a half an ounce of pure prevention. And trying to explain why I'm insane is the hardest thing that I have to do. Is it still over? Are we still through? Since my phone still ain't ringing, I assume it still ain't you. I've half a mind to take the time to find somebody new, but I'm not too sure that I'm still over you. And if I repeat myself, it's 'cause I've nothing left to lose. And I'm not too sure that I'm still over you. twilight, so cool and dark, above my head and beyond, somewhere where the stars, honky tonk moon, keep shining on my baby and me. Breaking up the pool balls, chalking up the cues, jukebox humming softly, lazy summer blues, honky tonk moons, keep shining on my baby and me. Through the smoky haze, all through the days, trouble seems to melt away. My heart's on a roll, I'm easy in my soul. There's no hurry, no worry, things are going my way. My arms around my baby, shuffling on the floor. Cigarettes and sawdust, squeaky old screen door. Honky tonk moon, keep shining on my baby and me. Through the blue smoky haze, all through the days, trouble seems to melt away. My heart's on a roll, I'm easy in my soul. There's no hurry, no worry, things are going my way. Outside the dark is falling, stars are winking bright, and all around is calling, everything's alright. Honky tonk moon, keep shining on my baby and me. Honky tonk moon, keep shining on my baby and me.
Now next, quick break before our next act, which will be David. In the meantime, we're going to do the raffle. We hope you all bought lots of tickets. I'm going to come along, I believe we've got 13 prizes. So the first 13 people, lucky for some, that I come across, if you could pick a ticket and turn around and tell the rest of the audience what number it is, and then if you're the lucky winner, there's a table of prizes at the back there, so you can go and get yours. We'll start down here.